Atta boy. Yes, sir.
Feeling of jubilation to win does a lot for confidence and morale, right?
Absolutely.
Um, I guess when you take the egos and the selfishness of anything you do, especially in team sports, when you're just sitting there worrying about. I'll tell you a story just even about basketball. We had a good group of guys for basketball, but we lost a lot. And I used to come in the clubhouse locker room after a high school game, we got our butts beat by 20 points, 30 points, and guys were like, "Yo, how many points did you have? How many points you have?" I got so sick and tired of how guys. I walked up to him. I said, "You didn't have enough. You didn't have enough. We lost. I didn't care. You needed to score 50 points tonight, and we would have won the game. But we didn't win the game. So it doesn't matter if you went 4 for 4 today. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did because it means you're on point. Now we got to get everybody else to do the same and play together. Maybe the guy who is 4 for 4 can be like, "Hey, man, your teammate." Sometimes you go, "Dude, why are you dropping your hands?" Or "Why are you loading this way?" Or you're tipping your pitches. Being a good teammate is paying attention to your guys. Being a good teammate is saying, "Hey, man, just quit goofing off on the bench. Watch this other team. This kid's pretty good. Let's watch what he's doing." Yeah, it might be intimidating to go, "Well, I've never seen a kid face the kid that throws this hard." Well, now's your chance because you might have to face that again. And as you go up, you're going to face it again. So the morale and the camaraderie is about, "Hey, man, you can do it." It's like the first time you bungee jump or skydive. Like that's going to be that's going to be a push. That's going to be like, "Whoa, I'm really doing this." And it's that kind of feeling. Taking that risk, I think it's just about, "Hey, guys, we're taking a risk today." I used to get the butterflies. I used to pee, poop, and puke because I was so excited. My body was so revved up with adrenaline. And as people know that my style of play. And I sit there and I go, I had that much fun and that much feeling towards I was ready to play. Some days I wasn't. But I had to trick myself, lie to myself to go, I feel like absolute dog shit. And today I got to figure it out of how to get ready. How do I trick my mind? How do I trick my guys to be like, "Yo, man, you got me today. It's your turn, whatever." Because there's stuff that's off the field. There's things that we don't see through the entire lens. Somebody may not be letting on to. So, trying to put the egos to bay, that's tough. It's tough because as males get together, there's a lot of alpha going on. And the older you get, especially with it doesn't matter with teenagers to grown men in locker rooms, and even some of these coaches who are holding clipboards and they've played Division I baseball and know everything about baseball, and telling the umpire he sucks and this parent get out of my face or whatever it may be. It's like the system. If you're fortunate enough to develop that in that winning way, it requires a lot. Again, you're wearing that Rawlings Tigers hat. I know that the brand of Rawlings is pretty damn good. And that's kind of like, again, what we do at Top 100 Sports. We're putting out primo stuff. I'm getting a lot of my fraternity brothers to share that knowledge and say, "Hey, man, it's not about us. We did it. And we did it to the level that we could succeed and make a name for ourselves or make enough money or help win raise a banner or be a part of that playoff race." And we just, again, you want to continue to push every aspect. And it's hard because everybody's always at a different space of confidence, ego, of development. And you just hope that everybody kind of collectively says, "Hey, while you're doing this over here, I got you back. I'm gonna wait for you because I know you're gonna come through. I see how you're working hard. You're gonna come through. Keep getting that chance." You might have to take BP after the game's over. The kids that are trying to do a couple things. I've done that with my son. My son's was pissed off by hitting 11th in the lineup. The coach had him hitting 10th or 11th in the lineup because there's 11 kids on the team. He says, "Dad, it's BS." I said, "About time." I said, "I didn't say anything." I said, "You ready to work?" He said, "Yeah." He moved himself all the way up, started hitting the ball, started hitting home runs. The coach moved him up from 11th to 5th in the order. I said, "What got you there?" He says, "Dad, I had to work." I said, "Now you know that lesson." And that wasn't me pushing him. And like I said, I've already been there. My dad didn't push me. That attitude, like, if you want it, there it is. What's your drive? We're going to go back to your question from segment number 1. What's your drive? I don't want to have to push it. If I have to crack the whip, a coach should yell in game if he knows the capability of what the player's doing and messes up. But don't yell at the player because he's made an error or mentally or physically. That's for the post game. The in game stuff, you might take them aside. I think a lot of people handle it different because winning's the thing, right? You get caught up in the winning. I'd rather develop a kid and yell at him for a good measure, but yelling the right way, yelling at him, not to undress him in front of the team or to make me look like I'm coaching right now. I'd rather yell at him to say, dude, I'm only disappointed that I know what you're capable of.
Right.
I'll never be mad at you. That's what I tell my son. I'm never going to be mad at you or angry at you. If you make me disappointed though, that's worse. That is worse than being mad because disappointment has, I know what you're capable of. You're letting yourself down. And I hate watching you do that to yourself. So I got to encourage you. Like I said, I always tell my son, I said, I'm going to be your friend. You're my best friend. But when I got to put my dad hat on and be uncool, I don't like that. I don't like confrontation, even being a dad. I don't want to do that as a coach in the lesson. But you know what? If I see you goofing off, or I see what you're not capable of, I got to pull you aside. Or you got to come in the office and have a one-on-one sit down. Maybe it's a teammate. It may not be the coach, So there's a lot that goes into development. It's a sexy word. Everybody says, oh, we're developing players. Why? Because you're putting a ball on a tee and letting the kid whack it and go, hey, good job. That's not development. Okay? A dad should be doing that with your son. Go out, field of dreams, play catch with your kid. Do the basics that you can if you don't have knowledge, or if you do. There's plenty of YouTube videos. There's probably a knowledge bank in your library for Rawlings Tigers that you have to pull from. There's no excuse anymore. There really isn't. It's what you want to get out of it and where you want to take it. And
what's your drive?
Catch new episodes of the Tiger Interview Series on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and you can watch it on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to get notified of future episodes by setting notifications to all. And check out our website, rawlingstigers.com, for club baseball and softball information.